I assumed you were.
Were having an affair, but you were tremendously open about it.
This is the thing that I want to talk about.
I don't know what to think about this, actually.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Here we go, right? We pride ourselves in not being sexist. We pride ourselves in being inclusive. We pride ourselves in being champions of women's sport.
Is this, right, so you're talking about the podcast, right?
Disability sport.
Yeah.
We try to be as right on in a good way as possible.
Okay.
I think people should try to be
try,
right
but
on.
yeah.
We try to think. We tend to think that woke is a good thing.
Yes.
So I'm in Belfast on my own.
Yes.
I get there before everybody else.
Yeah.
I've asked the Tory, who was very, very helpful, where I can go for a drink. She said, well, there's got a place. She said, there's a nice cocktail bar upstairs. She said, but it's very expensive. But you got a nice view of the city and that. I said, I'll go up there. So she was working. So I said, I'll be fine. I'm used to doing stuff on my own.
I'm used to drinking on my own.
No, when you do stand-up, you spend most times
I love it.
Going down for breakfast on your own.
Yeah.
Right? That's what normally happens. You all leave at different times. So none of the other contestants were there yet.
Okay.
Because I got there quite early.
Yeah.
Some are getting in the night time. So some are getting the next morning, maybe. I don't know. But anyway.
Yeah.
I go upstairs. I had probably the nicest cocktail of my life. A cocktail which I'd never tried before, called a Boulevardier.
Gin and tonic.
Called a Boulevardier, which I can recommend, right?
This is the best cocktail I've ever had in my life.
What have you put in this? Lemonade.
Well, do you know
Lemonade.
So do you know what? I went to the bar. I had the Boulevardier first. It was stunning, right?
Okay.
Nice. And then I thought, there's an old-fashioned there. I like an old-fashioned if it's made well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you ask them that?
So I had an old-fashioned.
you
that
make
was the
this
fucking
well?
best old-fashioned I've ever had in my life. It was the best.
Are you good at your job?
It was the best old-fashioned I've ever had. Right?
Okay.
So, being me,
Yeah.
I went to the
8.
bar. I said, excuse me, to the woman who was making the cocktails. She said, oh, can I help you? I said, can I tell you that was the best old-fashioned I've ever drank? I said, and can I just ask you what bourbon you use and what you... She said, oh, yeah, lovely, okay. So
And will you hang out with me?
She showed me the bitters she was using. She showed me the bourbon. Mate. She showed me the bourbon.
Yeah.
I said, oh, that was really nice, so thank you. Sat down again. Put a little thing on Twitter of my drinks. I was so enamoured of it.
I don't think I've ever been that enamoured with the drink.
I think live a little, right?
Right, I got a bottle of water on the go here. Shall I tweet this?
A male Patreon sends a photograph in reply to it
of the back of your head
of a similar
from the other
table,
side of the room,
of the same table and a drink, right?
With a red sight on the.
The same.
You are a soft target, Mike.
Soft.
Oh my fuck!
Really easy to find where you are all the time.
Point being, the male patron gets in touch. I said the first thing I said to him was, "Oh, fantastic! Where are you? Join me." Right? He said, "Oh no, mate, this is from a couple of years ago. I live sort of 30 miles away.
I don't want to drink with you."
It is a great bar. I said, so that.
30 miles.
But you know what? If that bloke had turned up then
Yes.
and come and join me, and we put a photograph up,
I'd have thought you were nuts.
everyone would think, "Oh, fucking Bubbins, fair play, blah blah blah." Right?
No.
Next thing,
I think you
I'm
were
sat there minding
mad.
my own fucking business.
Yes.
A lovely glass of Irish whiskey appears over my shoulder, with another patron, Cora, who's come straight from the gym where she works.
Yeah.
She said, "I saw the Twitter you were there." I said to my boyfriend, "Oh God, my brother's that podcast I love. He's
I'm going to go and have an affair. Sorry, I said to
He's
my
in.
boyfriend.
Well, no one think I'm on a fucking affair with a bloke.
Why not?
You two pair of cunts think you're fucking all there, but
Think you're all there.
because if a man turns up, it's like, oh, that'll be fair enough. Because he's a woman, I'm got to try and stick my dick in her. She's perfectly happy with her boyfriend, I should imagine. I'm perfectly happy with my wife. The point is,
the first thing I said to you was, I think you're going to get killed. Not, I think you're having an
I
affair.
would say both are weird.
Yeah.
Will anyone have a drink with me?
Come on.
I've done that loads of
anyone in
right.
Belfast.
The reason fucking Mammoth got made, by the way, is I had a good gig in Edinburgh. I had no cunt to go for a drink with, and I just said, "Who wants to come for a pint?" Just opened on Facebook,
Right.
and Luke turned up, who's the producer of Mammoth.
Yeah, he's slowly trying to kill you.
Yeah, it looks.
So I'm
bad,
sat there.
Mike.
Cora turns out to be someone who's listened to the podcast since day one, loves it. Right? Very nice girl.
Thanks, by the way, Cora.
Yeah, thanks, Cora. Thanks for the whiskey as well.
But please don't buy me a whiskey.
And then she was going to shoot off. I said, "Stay." I still need to buy you a drink back.
Stay!
Stay!
For God's sake!
I can buy you a drink back. I said,
Stay!
"Have you got a Boulevardier?" I said. She had, "No, I haven't." I said, "Here we go. They're brilliant." We had a couple of boulevardiers, very
Can I
nice.
show you my CDs?
I'd already phoned my agent.
I bet you had. I think
This-
I'm about to die, Andy.
Help
No,
me.
I'd said, what am I getting paid for this
Get
gig?
me out of here.
I know that it's a charity thing, but am I getting paid as well?
I know it's a charity thing, but how much am I getting paid?
No, but I meant it's fucking £17 a drink, right? If I'm not getting paid for it, I'm not going to stick around buying £35 round, right? I'm not fucking mad. He said, are you getting paid for it? I said, okay, cool. So I said to Cora, I said, do you want another one before you go? I said, I got time for one
Do you
more.
want to go halves on a drink?
She said, oh, great. So we had another, let's try something different. So we had another different cocktail, had those. She was very, very nice. I said, right, I've got to go now. I've got to get something to eat. Lovely to meet you. Thanks for all
Gotta
the
go. I
support."
love my wife.
You two lamos. Fuck me. Just because... Right, the thing is, because if it was you, right, you get so little attention from the women, I'd imagine, that if you
Yes.
get a fucking sniff of attention, you think it means an affair. Where I'm perfectly used to it. It's fine.
I'm perfectly used to it.
I was flattered, yes. Who wouldn't be flattered? Lovely girl comes and gets you a drink, tells you she finds you funny. Yes, of course, it's lovely. I've invited her and her boyfriend.
To my bedroom.
To room 647.
I've invited her and her boyfriend
please.
to come and
Just two
visit
more
me
key
in
cards,
Cardiff
please,
anytime
mate.
they're in town. And they're both very welcome. Cora, you and your boyfriend, can't remember his name, wasn't listening. Joking, Jesus Christ.
It wasn't relevant.
Yeah. It's like that Matt Berry sketch. You see the one when he's up in People Move House? Do you see that one? You know the one? You've seen the sketch show.
No.
I haven't, actually.
No,
The
never
woman's moving in and he's like carrying a goldfish. She's struggling with a tropical fish tank and he carries it for her. He goes, lovely woman like you shouldn't be struggling with this. She goes, oh, thanks very much. Oh, there are some gentlemen around. And he sort of carried this fish tank for her. She goes, so you're new to the area? She goes, yeah, I'm just moving in. Oh, right. But just me and my boyfriend. And he just fucking drops. Goes, fuck off! And just walks off. In another sketch, he kicks the dog. It's fucking hilarious. But
My main concern of your weekend was that genuinely thought you were going to get killed.
yeah,
by
but I always do
a
that with
mad
people
fan.
that I don't know. That's
I know
just the way that I
and
operate.
it is going to be how you go.
And I don't care. What a way to go. We've got to go some way.
But well, I mean,
If I am
yes.
assassinated, then so be it.
But Saturday morning, 7:30, after your night out, I sent a message saying, "Just checking, you didn't genuinely get killed overnight." And then about an hour later, shit, he is dead. Who should we get instead, El? And El says Scott Quinnell without me
Yeah.
even pausing for thought,
Didn't
which I love.
not a tear was shed. Purely
And I-
business transaction.
Yeah, and I
Quinnell
said
in.
something about the business arrangements with Scott financially crippling us in the future. Which it
Because
would.
Bubbins is cheap.
Well, compared to Scott, yes. Compared to Scott, we're all cheap. But nothing from you then for another day
I
and
was
a
on a
half.
fucking plane.
So I genuinely then thought, oh shit, can you
The
delete
mad
these?
thing is,
this
right.
going to look really bad when he is dead.
The mad thing
It's
is...
just between me and El,
If-
but El's going to think I'm a cunt eventually.
The mad thing is, if Mike was assassinated by a fan
Yes.
at the funeral, I would have to say it is what he would have wanted.
It is what you would have wanted. It's how he would have
Yeah.
wanted to go. Yeah.
What a way to go.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this in like a Mark Chapman style, please
Oh,
don't
yeah.
think that I want to be assassinated, right? Or that you're me. If I turn up at a gig and there's a fellow with a moustache and a paisley shirt and a pair of flares on, with a wife who looks just like Kelly and a gun,
The gun.
Copy of Catcher in the Rye in his hand.
yeah,
You'd be like Ringo angling the cymbals
saliently
away.
with a gun.
Yeah.
No, so I had a nice time. And then the next day, of course, was this how serious I take
Regret.
quizzing. Right?
Yeah.
My lovely wife, right, who's still
love.
with me despite the
Who I love.
weekend.
Right, can I ask one technicality first before you tell the story?
Yeah.
The photo you posted on social media of you and the listener,
Yeah, Cora.
did you send that to your wife first or on social media first?
Do you know, in hindsight, I should have done that.
I think
But
that's an
read it-
interesting...
She
that's
read
an
it on
interesting
Twitter the same
decision.
as everybody else.
Wow. You're a curious fella.
But fair play to her, she did message me directly.
Yeah, rather than replying on Twitter with her thoughts on this.
with a screenshot. Yeah, it was
that's funny. Sorry.
Kelly's dead right? I've never revised for a thing in my life. Didn't revise for any of my GCSEs, so I winged my GCSEs. Tried the same approach in my A-levels and failed badly as a result.
Yes.
When I didn't have to do an entrance exam for university because I went there as like a mature student, so didn't need any sort of exams or anything for that.
Yeah.
Picked all my courses.
So how were you, out of interest, how were you accepted onto the course?
Headhunted.
Because if you were over 21, which I was 22, you could get in on an interview as a mature student.
Oh, right.
And because it was Ian Evans' sister, Non, who interviewed me, and we talked about rugby, and she liked me. I just got in.
Oh, okay.
Then I picked all my courses, because I enjoyed writing, and I don't mind doing a bit of coursework. I've got no time for exams. I haven't got the attention for it. So I picked all the courses that didn't have any exams. So I didn't do an exam once in university.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm not a big fan of exams. There's
no
way of testing knowledge.
Didn't do any exams in my PGC for the same reason.
Yeah.
So I've never revised, right? So when I've picked my specialist subject, I can't mention what it is yet. You'll find out when it's out.
Yeah.
And Kelly's like, "Have you revised?" I said, "I've read the book they suggest I read." She said, "Have you taken notes or anything?" I said, "There's no need. I've read it." She said, "No, listen to me. You need to revise." I said, "But I don't need to revise. I'll just remember it." She said, "But you won't though."
I am a teacher.
So she made me. She read the same book I read, right?
Yeah.
Is this cheating?
She read the same book I read, and then she wrote.
This feels very Tequin Whittock.
Like crib cards.
Yeah.
Like literally 200 possible questions.
Stood behind you, holding them up.
Are we in a Major Charles Ingram?
And then I would cough.
Great.
Is that what Cora's role was? Hang on.
I'd mention
Cora
various
in the
possible
audience
answers,
the
and then
day
she would
later?
cough on the right one.
Yeah.
No, so she wrote like 200 cards up with the question, and like an example of question and the answer on the back.
Yeah.
And she said, "There we go." And then said, "When you know them, put them in this pile. When you're sort of halfway there, put them in this pile. When you don't know, put them in this pile."
And she is the deputy head of a secondary school, big secondary school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who works at like a 60, 70-hour week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And she's doing your revision.
No,
While
she's
you're
not
off
doing
in
my
Belfast
revision.
drinking with other women.
She's showing me
doing
how
your-
to revise.
Yeah,
I was too busy drinking cocktails at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
With other
And you-
girls at the time.
And you're
You're a
cheating on
dickhead.
it.